Have you ever been blindsided by disrespect? Maybe a coworker throws shade in a meeting, a friend lets you down, or a stranger makes a rude comment. It can be jarring, right? Those moments can leave you feeling hurt, angry, or even confused. But what if there was a way to deal with disrespect that empowered you instead of dragging you down? Or feeling disrespected? Yeah, we've all been there. Maybe a colleague throws shade in a meeting, a close friend lets you down last minute, or a stranger on the street makes a cutting remark. It can leave you feeling blindsided, hurt, angry, or even confused. But what if there was a way to navigate these situations that empowered you instead of dragging you down? Enter Stoicism, the ancient philosophy that's all about cultivating mental resilience and emotional intelligence. It's not about becoming emotionless robots, although a little less knee-jerk anger wouldn't hurt, but rather about learning to control your reactions and rise above negativity. Today, we're going to delve into 10 powerful Stoic lessons that can equip you to handle disrespect with grace, strength, and maybe even a touch of wisdom. So, buckle up and get ready to discover how to turn those disrespectful moments into opportunities for growth and inner peace. Let's face it, life throws a lot of curveballs, and sometimes those curveballs come disguised as rude behavior. But with the right tools, you can learn to navigate them with confidence and a newfound sense of control. Stick around, because in this video, we're about to turn the tables on disrespect and show you how to become the master of your own emotional state. 1. Don't take it personally. As the Stoic sage Epictetus famously said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This timeless wisdom offers a profound insight into navigating moments of disrespect with resilience and grace. In the face of disrespect, it's essential to maintain a sense of perspective and refrain from internalizing it as a reflection of your own inherent worth. Stoicism teaches us that disrespect often stems from the disrespector's own insecurities, biases, or personal struggles, rather than being a true indicator of your value as an individual. When you take disrespect personally, it can trigger a fight or flight response. You might lash out angrily, shutting down communication, or withdraw completely, leaving the situation unresolved. However, if you detach your self-worth from the situation, it allows you to think clearly. You can choose a measured response, perhaps calmly addressing the behavior, or simply removing yourself from the negativity. Disrespectful behavior is often a sign of someone struggling with their own insecurities or frustrations. By not taking it personally, you avoid getting dragged down to their level. You can observe their actions objectively and recognize that their behavior is a reflection of them, not you. Embracing this Stoic principle enables the cultivation of a robust sense of self-assurance that transcends the need for external validation. It allows for the detachment of one's self-worth from the opinions and actions of others, liberating one from the emotional upheaval of seeking approval from external sources. When you know your self-worth isn't dependent on the approval of others, it's incredibly freeing. You become less susceptible to manipulation or feeling the need to constantly prove yourself. This unshakable confidence allows you to navigate the world with greater ease and self-assurance. Or, when someone disrespects you and you react negatively, it can escalate the situation. However, by choosing not to take it personally, you can break the cycle. This doesn't mean condoning the behavior, but rather refusing to participate in a downward spiral of negativity. It empowers you to choose a more positive and productive path. This shift in perspective empowers individuals to navigate instances of disrespect with grace and resilience. Instead of reacting defensively or taking things personally, they can respond with equanimity, knowing that their worth remains steadfast and unaffected by the fleeting judgments of others. In essence, Stoicism teaches us to separate our sense of self-worth from external validation, recognizing that true fulfillment emanates from within. By embracing this mindset, individuals liberate themselves from the burden of seeking approval from others, cultivating a profound sense of inner peace and confidence that transcends external circumstances. 2. Control your response, not others. Embedded within the philosophy of Stoicism is a powerful truth. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This resonates deeply, especially in moments of disrespect, where our reactions can either amplify or temper the intensity of the situation. Stoicism acknowledges that we can't control external circumstances, someone else's behavior, or words, but what we can control is how we respond. This might sound simple, but it's a powerful and liberating notion. In the heat of disrespect, it's easy to get caught up in the moment, to let emotions take the wheel and dictate our actions. Yet, Stoicism urges us to pause, to take a deep breath, and to choose our response thoughtfully. It's about wisdom over reactivity. This deliberate approach requires self-awareness. By consciously monitoring our thoughts and emotions, we can choose how to channel them. Instead of being swept away by the current of negativity, we become the captains of our own ships, navigating the choppy waters of human interaction with poise and grace. From conflict to resolution, it's the ripple effect of your response. By choosing to respond thoughtfully, we not only protect our own composure and dignity, but we also set the stage for healthier interactions. We don't add fuel to the fire of discord. Instead, we become catalysts for understanding and resolution. Think of it like this: when you respond with anger or frustration, it's like throwing a rock into a pond. The ripples can spread outward, creating more conflict. But when you respond with calmness and understanding, it's like dropping a pebble in. The ripples are smaller, and the situation is more likely to remain calm. Ultimately, Stoicism invites us to recognize that true strength lies not in controlling external circumstances, but in mastering our internal reactions. By choosing to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively, we reclaim agency over our lives, fostering harmony and resilience even in the face of adversity. So, the next time someone throws shade your way, remember, you have the tools to turn disrespect into an opportunity for growth and emerge from the storm even stronger. 3. See it as a learning opportunity. Contempt, often viewed as a disruptive force in our lives, can paradoxically serve as a profound chance for growth and self-discovery. Within the realm of Stoic philosophy, the notion that every experience, regardless of its difficulty, offers an opportunity for learning and introspection, a sentiment encapsulated by Marcus Aurelius' timeless words, "The obstacle is the way." When confronted with disregard, it's natural to recoil, to feel wounded or wronged. Yet, Stoicism offers an alternative perspective, one that invites us to pause, to reflect, and to explore the deeper lessons concealed within the encounter. Could there have been a misunderstanding, a misinterpretation that led to the perceived insolence? By delving into the subtleties of the interaction, we open ourselves up to a wealth of insights about ourselves, about others, and about the complexities of human communication. Picture this: someone throws a pebble at your window. It might startle you, that sudden clatter disrupting your peace. But you look outside and see the pebble itself is tiny, insignificant. It doesn't dent the window, doesn't threaten your home. In the same way, disrespect from others can be like that pebble. It's their outburst, their negativity, not a reflection of your worth. The reason we shouldn't take it personally boils down to a matter of ownership. Disrespect belongs to the disrespecter. It's a flaw in their communication, a chip in their emotional armor. You wouldn't pick up someone else's garbage, so why burden yourself with their negativity? By separating their actions from your self-esteem, you safeguard your inner peace. Think of it as a compass. When someone disrespects you, it can send your self-worth spinning. But by not taking it personally, you hold on to your own compass, your internal sense of value. This steady direction allows you to navigate the situation with a clear head, choosing your response rather than being hijacked by their negativity. Moreover, disdain presents an occasion for self-reflection, a chance to examine our own reactions and responses. Were we too quick to take offense, too hasty in our judgments? By scrutinizing our actions with honesty and humility, we uncover areas for personal growth and refinement. In this manner, derision becomes a catalyst for self-improvement, a mirror that reflects back to us our strengths, our weaknesses, and our opportunities for growth. It challenges us to cultivate resilience, empathy, and understanding, even in the face of adversity. Ultimately, Stoicism teaches us to embrace contempt not as a setback, but as a stepping stone, a valuable lesson on our journey towards wisdom and self-mastery. By approaching each encounter with an open mind and a willingness to learn, we transform moments of discord into opportunities for growth and transformation. 4. Respond with kindness and understanding. We all know that feeling. Someone throws negativity your way, and your first instinct is to fire back, but hold on. There's a secret weapon that can disarm hostility and turn a tense situation into something productive: understanding. It might sound surprising, but responding with compassion and empathy is a superpower when it comes to dealing with negativity. Imagine this: someone cuts you off in traffic, or a colleague snaps at you during a meeting. It's easy to get defensive or angry, but what if, instead, you took a deep breath and tried to see things from their perspective? Maybe the driver is rushing to the hospital, or your colleague is stressed about a deadline. A little empathy goes a long way. By acknowledging what might be driving their negativity, you can respond with understanding rather than adding fuel to the fire. This doesn't mean letting them walk all over you, but it does mean choosing respect over judgment. Here's the cool part: compassion is contagious. When you stay calm and show gentleness, it can catch the other person off guard and disrupt their negative pattern. It might even inspire them to respond in kind. Suddenly, a potentially explosive situation becomes an opportunity for a genuine conversation. By modeling decency, you're not just diffusing a conflict, you're planting a seed for a more supportive way of interacting. But the benefits go beyond individual interactions. It has a ripple effect that can influence entire communities. Imagine a world where people respond to negativity with understanding instead of anger. It would be a place where differences are celebrated, not feared. By fostering a culture of empathy and cooperation, we can strengthen our relationships, build bridges, and create a more inclusive environment for everyone. Responding with kindness. See, I snuck it back in just once. isn't just about avoiding arguments. It's about building genuine connections. When we prioritize care and understanding in our interactions, we create a space where people feel heard and valued. This fosters a sense of belonging and allows for deeper, more meaningful relationships. It's about creating a world where everyone feels like they can contribute, a world where respect and understanding are the cornerstones of every interaction. So next time someone throws negativity your way, remember, understanding is the ultimate superpower. It has the power to disarm conflict, foster connection, and create a world that's a little bit brighter, one kind word at a time. 5. Stay calm and composed. The next time someone pushes your buttons or tries to get a rise out of you, take a deep breath and remember this: anger is a superpower for them. When you react impulsively with rage, you're essentially handing them the reins. They've succeeded in manipulating your emotions and dictating your behavior. This doesn't mean you have to bottle up your feelings entirely. Acknowledge that you're upset, but choose to respond rather than react. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that emphasizes reason and self-control, offers a powerful framework for navigating these situations. At its core, Stoicism teaches us to separate our emotions from our judgments. By maintaining composure, we create the space we need to assess the situation clearly and formulate a measured response. This measured response could take many forms, from a calm and assertive statement of your boundaries to simply removing yourself from the situation altogether. The key is to choose an action that aligns with your values and goals, rather than one fueled by fleeting anger. For example, you're at work giving a presentation. You're pouring your heart and soul into it, outlining a brilliant new marketing strategy. Then, from the back of the room, a colleague blurts out, "Ooh, this is all just recycled ideas. We've been over this before." A wave of anger washes over you. You want to tear them down right there, point out all the flaws in their own work, and remind everyone of the last disastrous campaign they spearheaded. But instead, you take a deep breath, you channel your inner Stoic and remember your goal: to land your strategy and get everyone on board. You pause, make eye contact with your colleague, and say calmly, "Thanks for your inputs. Perhaps we can discuss some alternative approaches later. Right now, I'd like to continue outlining the core benefits of this strategy." This response does a few things. First, it acknowledges your colleague's point, which diffuses any potential tension. Second, you deflect the interruption and subtly reassert control of the presentation. Finally, you propose a future discussion, showing you're open to feedback, but on your own terms. This is just one example, but it highlights the power of staying composed. You didn't give the disruptor the satisfaction of an angry reaction. Instead, you projected confidence, professionalism, and a commitment to your goals. By staying calm, you de-escalated the situation and ultimately emerged stronger. Think of composure as a shield. When someone throws insults or tries to goad you into a reaction, their words simply bounce off. You remain calm, collected, and in control. This doesn't mean you're being passive or dismissive. In fact, by refusing to engage in their emotional theatrics, you project an aura of strength and self-assuredness that's often far more disarming than anger. It demonstrates that you value your own emotional well-being too much to be swayed by their attempts at manipulation. Finally, staying calm and composed is a form of self-care. It allows you to protect your inner peace and act with intention other than impulsivity. It empowers you to choose how you want to respond, rather than letting someone else dictate your emotional state. When you start to mastering your reactions, you take back control of the situation and project a sense of confidence that can't be rattled by external forces. 6. Focus on living virtuously. Have you ever felt like a puppet on a string, your emotions yanked this way and that by the whims of others? A rude comment from a stranger, a passive-aggressive email from a coworker, a dismissive remark from a loved one. All these interactions have the potential to send us spiraling into a pit of anger, self-doubt, or frustration. We react, we lash out, or we retreat, feeling powerless over the situation and ultimately diminished. But what if there was a way to break free from these emotional strings and take control of your own narrative? The answer lies in a powerful concept: focusing on living virtuously. Instead of allowing the negativity of others to dictate your responses, you cultivate an inner compass, a set of personal values that guide your actions. This doesn't mean becoming a passive bystander to disrespect. It's about choosing your battles and responding with integrity, even in the face of provocation. Imagine yourself standing on a windswept mountain peak. Below, the world churns with activity, some uplifting, some chaotic. The wind, representing external forces and negativity, howls around you, threatening to topple you over. But you stand firm, rooted in the bedrock of your principles: honesty, kindness, fairness. You can feel the wind tugging at you, the whispers of doubt and anger trying to gain a foothold. But you take a deep breath, center yourself, and choose to stand tall. You might adjust your stance slightly to account for the wind, but you don't let it dictate your position. Living virtuously isn't about achieving some unattainable state of flawlessness. It's a continuous journey of self-improvement, striving to be the best version of yourself in every interaction. It's about treating others with respect, even when they don't extend the same courtesy. It's about speaking your truth with courage and compassion. It's about setting healthy boundaries and refusing to be manipulated. By focusing on these core values, you build a life of purpose and meaning, a life that radiates with inner strength. This unwavering virtue becomes your shield against negativity. It allows you to navigate challenging situations with grace and resilience. You might not be able to control the wind, the external forces of disrespect, but you can choose how you stand in its path. And in doing so, you project a quiet confidence far more powerful than anger or defensiveness. You become an inspiration, a testament to the fact that true strength lies not in reacting, but in living by your own moral code. 7. Practice Stoic mindfulness. The Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius penned in his famous Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This profound truth sits at the core of Stoic mindfulness, a practice designed to cultivate inner peace and control in the face of life's inevitable disruptions. Imagine yourself amidst the bustling chaos of a marketplace. Haggling vendors, jostling crowds, and the cacophony of bartering all create a sensory overload. Your initial instinct might be to become swept up in the current, your patience thinning with each bump and shout. Stoic mindfulness, however, encourages you to pause and take a breath. By analyzing another Stoic principle, Epictetus says it's not what happens to you that matters, but how you react to it. You gain a new perspective. You recognize that the marketplace's chaos is an external event, a swirling vortex outside your control. However, your reaction, Whether you become flustered and frustrated, or remain calm and collected, lies entirely within your domain. With this newfound awareness, you can choose a more measured response. Perhaps you navigate the marketplace with a detached calmness, weaving through the throng with a deliberate pace. Or maybe you decide to postpone your errands altogether, seeking a quieter environment to regain your composure. This pause isn't about becoming an emotionless observer or retreating from the world. It's about creating a mental sanctuary, a space where reason can reign supreme. Think of it as a filter. The events of the marketplace are the raw input, the sights, sounds, and sensations that bombard your senses. Your desired response, composure, assertiveness, or even avoidance, is the refined output. Stoic mindfulness acts as the filter itself, meticulously sifting through the emotional charge of the situation. It allows you to choose an action guided by logic and your core values, not by the impulsive urges triggered by the external chaos. The true power of Stoic mindfulness lies in its ability to transform you from a passive bystander to an active participant in your own life's narrative. By cultivating self-awareness and a measured response, you take control of your internal compass. You project an aura of tranquility and control that disarms negativity and commands respect. This practice doesn't promise to eliminate life's challenges, but it equips you with the tools to navigate them with grace and dignity. Ultimately, Stoic mindfulness fosters an inner strength and resilience that allows you to stand tall amidst the external storms, finding peace and purpose even in the most chaotic of marketplaces. 8. Forgive wisely. Marcus Aurelius, the famed Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once penned a powerful reminder in his meditations: holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. These words offer a stark but essential truth, especially when dealing with disrespect. In the heat of the moment, when a colleague throws shade in a meeting or a significant other utters a hurtful barb, the primal urge to retaliate can be strong. But Seneca, another prominent Stoic figure, warns us of the true cost of clinging to resentment. He observed, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Wallowing in anger steals precious moments from our lives, moments we could spend on joy, connection, and growth." Letting go of disrespect isn't about condoning the behavior or pretending it never happened. It's a conscious decision to release the emotional burden, the anger, the hurt, the frustration. Think of forgiveness as a gift you give to yourself, a way to reclaim your inner peace and well-being. Imagine a tranquil mountain vista, a breathtaking panorama bathed in golden sunlight. As you hike towards the peak, you encounter a steep, rocky path. Navigating it might require some effort and caution, but attempting to carry the loose rocks with you for the entire climb would be a foolish burden. Forgiveness allows you to leave the rocks behind, to savor the majesty of the vista without the added weight of negativity. Forgiveness doesn't require reconciliation or a return to the previous dynamic. It's a personal choice to unshackle yourself from the mental prison of resentment. It empowers you to move forward with a lighter heart, a clearer mind, and the ability to focus your energy on things that truly nourish you. Remember, the person who disrespected you might never offer an apology or acknowledge their wrongdoing. But by choosing to forgive, you take back the power. You refuse to let them continue to dictate your emotional state. You choose peace, and that, in itself, is a powerful act of self-care and a testament to your inner strength. This doesn't mean turning a blind eye to future disrespect. Healthy boundaries can, and should be established to protect yourself. But by choosing forgiveness, you create the emotional space to address those boundaries with clarity and purpose, not from a place of simmering resentment. And forgiveness is a form of personal alchemy, transforming negativity into a catalyst for growth and emotional resilience. 9. Change your perspective. Picture this: you're having a heated debate with a friend. Your voices rise, words fly, and frustration mounts. It's easy to get caught in the emotional whirlwind, digging in your heels and refusing to budge. But before you escalate the situation, consider this: could there be a different way to see things? This isn't about condoning your friend's argument or minimizing your own feelings. It's about choosing your lens, the perspective through which you view the disagreement. This shift empowers you to navigate the tension with greater understanding and perhaps even find common ground. Perhaps your friend's passionate outburst stems from a genuine concern they haven't fully articulated. Shifting your perspective from their being unreasonable to maybe they're just worried about something can instantly diffuse the anger and allow for a more productive conversation. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a dense forest. Towering trees block your view, and the tangled undergrowth seems impassable. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and discouraged. But what if you shifted your focus? You could notice a winding path snaking through the trees, a hidden stream trickling with cool water, or a family of deer grazing peacefully in a sunlit clearing. Viewing the disagreement from a different angle allows you to see the bigger picture. Maybe the disagreement isn't an insurmountable obstacle, but rather a detour on your path to understanding each other's perspectives. This shift fosters empathy and potentially even a deeper connection with your friend. By adopting a new perspective, you don't become a doormat or ignore disrespect. It's about choosing your battles and responding with intention. Sometimes, the most powerful response is a measured silence. A thoughtful pause and a genuine question can disarm tension far more effectively than escalating the argument. Other times, a clear and assertive statement of your own viewpoint might be necessary. The key is to choose your response based on the specific situation and your desired outcome, not from a place of emotional reactivity. And then, shifting your perspective empowers you to take control of the narrative in your interactions. You choose how you interpret the situation, and in turn, you choose how you respond. This allows you to navigate life's challenges with greater resilience, emotional intelligence, and the ability to see the bigger picture, even when faced with the heat of a disagreement. Remember, sometimes the most transformative response lies not in reacting defensively, but in choosing a new lens through which to view the situation. 10. Rise above it. Ever feel like a single interaction can ruin your entire day? A rude comment from a stranger, a passive-aggressive email from a coworker, a dismissive response from a loved one. All these moments have the potential to send us spiraling into a pit of negativity. As the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, our life is what our thoughts make it. But what if there was a way to break free from this cycle, to insulate ourselves from the negativity of others? Stoicism offers a powerful approach, cultivating mental fortitude, the ability to let negativity wash over you without being swept away. Imagine yourself walking down a bustling city sidewalk. Crowds jostle you, horns blare, and exhaust fumes sting your eyes. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and grumpy. You feel the wind buffet your branches, hear the noise of the city, but your roots remain firmly planted. Similarly, you acknowledge the negativity, the rude comment, the dismissive response, but you don't let it define your emotional state. The key to this mental resilience lies in separating the action from the actor. The negativity stems from the coworker's email, the stranger's comment, but it doesn't reflect on you or your worth. The coworker is having a bad day, or the stranger is simply oblivious. By separating the negativity from the person, you can address the situation rationally. Maybe a calm clarification to your coworker or a polite disengagement from the stranger is all that's needed. It empowers you to take control of your own narrative. You refuse to let the actions of others dictate your mood. You choose how you interpret the situation, and in turn, you choose how you respond. This allows you to navigate life's challenges with greater resilience, emotional intelligence, and the ability to focus your energy on the positive, your goals, and the people who uplift you. A single negative interaction doesn't have to color your entire day. Alright folks, that's it for our 10 Stoic lessons on handling disrespect. Remember, Stoicism isn't about becoming a doormat. It's about setting healthy boundaries, choosing your battles wisely, and responding with intentionality. By cultivating these skills, you'll not only protect your inner peace, but also project an aura of confidence and self-assuredness that often disarms negativity in the first place. Think of it like this: the next time someone throws your way a disrespectful comment, imagine yourself standing tall on a mountain peak. The negativity might swirl around you like a passing snowstorm, but you remain grounded, unfazed, and focused on the breathtaking view that stretches out before you. You choose how you react, and by choosing wisely, you not only maintain your inner calm, but also demonstrate the strength and resilience that true disrespect can never touch. So, the next time you encounter disrespect, don't let it ruin your day. Remember these Stoic principles, take a deep breath, and choose to respond in a way that aligns with your values and strengthens your emotional core. Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more content on navigating life's challenges with wisdom and grace. And remember, you are in control. Choose to make disrespect a stepping stone on your path to personal growth, not a roadblock to your happiness.